see the gents in Paris, Asenathi and Ricardo? Can you see them? Can you hear them? They have finally arrived.
They can see them.
All right, colleagues, apologies for the delay. The guys have just come back from a field session in Paris. I'm not going to waste any time. But like I said, you can pump them with questions for their sins. Whoever wants to kick us off can go. Well, I'd like to start if you don't mind, guys. What's the weather like there? What are the conditions? How was the session today?
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah, just from our side, apologies for being late. Yeah, we got stuck in traffic, and yeah, we went a little bit longer with our field session. But the weather-wise, it's been cold the last 2 days, freezing. But yeah, so far it's been a good week for us.
Asa, are you enjoying the sights of Paris so far? If you've seen anything?
Yeah, really enjoying Paris so far. Except the weather. It's really been cold, like Coach said, the last 2 days. But it's been really fun going around Paris and seeing some cool stuff.
All right, colleagues, over to you. Morgan.
Thanks. Hi, Coach.
How
are you? I hope you guys are doing well over there. Just a quick one. I'll ask a bit later again. Just the injury update. Is Henka going to be ready for Saturday? Same with Jordan.
Yeah, we have just on Anku some good news. We started today with agility work, and he joined us for units. But Doc and Pam, our physio, will make a final call on Thursday. Jordy, he's also busy with straight line running. Morgan, the same. The one with his groin. There's a little bit of concern with regards to him, Ruan Venter. But yeah, I think that's good news for us in terms of Jordan, Morgan, and Hanku.
Are there any other injury concerns?
Yeah, not at this moment, yeah.
Thanks, Morgan. Can we raise our hands, guys, to see who's next? We'll go with Ross and then Morgan again.
How's it, guys?
How's it, Ross?
Ricardo, obviously a bit of a rough time at the moment, 3 big losses. What is the feeling in the camp leading up to this game? And are the guys sort of fired up to try and turn things around?
100%, Ross. Yeah, thanks for your question. We know it's been last few games it's been really tough for us on the road, but I think the spirits are high. A lot of introspection with regards to what we need to do and how can we turn things around. From an attack point of view, we just talked a little bit about just decision making, be creating opportunities, and yeah, it's always good when you get those pictures. But what we need to do is once we get into their 22, the goal zone for us is just about being more clinical. Defensively is just about making our tackles, and yeah, I think the willingness and the commitment is there to turn things around.
Great. And also from your side, obviously you've been thrown into the mix there with Ruan and Stee unavailable. How's it been in the boiler pot there of the front row? And how was it on the artificial pitch this past weekend? And will you guys be playing on another artificial pitch this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be playing on another pitch like that. But I think the opportunity for myself has been great. I think we've got a great system here at the Lions where we truly blessed with tight-head props. You look at the likes of Ron Dreyer, the Rowan Smith, and myself, and guys that come under me. So I think it was very good. Gave myself confident. I really felt good this weekend. And hopefully we can carry that performance over this weekend again.
And just on playing on the artificial pitch, has that made you guys change up the way you do things a bit? And are you sort of getting used to it, especially with a few more games on that the rest of this tour?
Yeah, of course, you have to change things up a little bit. It's not the same as, you don't get the same grip as you do on a normal grass, so you have to adapt in the game quickly. And yeah, you have to quickly adapt, otherwise you will find yourself in trouble. I think this weekend we adapted quickly than Munster, so hopefully we can do the same.
Morgs?
Thanks. Yeah, coach, this one's for you again. The last few weeks, you guys have been really battling on attack. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you've scored 1 try in the last 3 matches. It obviously must be a concern for you. What has gone wrong there? Is it a system error, or the guys not applying themselves in attack? Or is it just basics that are failing you guys at the moment when you've got the ball in hand?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. We just touched a little bit on our. We need a good base to attack from, our set piece. That's one. And you look at teams just applying a rush defense, stopping our ball carries behind the gain line. So that's one of the things we discussed or work on for us this weekend, is to work on our ball carries, getting quick ball. And once we get in behind teams, it's all about making good decisions and being more clinical. So good set piece, get momentum, get gain line, making good decisions, and just finishing our opportunities. So the last 2 days, that's been a focus for us. It's just that final pass, that final play, identify space and exploiting space. That's been a focus for us.
If I can just follow that on.
Yes,
sorry. I can just follow that on. You spoke now briefly about the ball carriers. I noticed against Munster, the guys that are supposed to take the ball up, they're not generating the forward momentum as much as possible. Is that just because of a one-off runners, or is there supposed to be a system where the guys are running off of each other's shoulders? If I can put it that way. And then the other thing that I noticed, and you just mentioned briefly, and it just slipped out of my mind. Sorry, can you just go with the first question quickly, and then I'll think about what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, spot on. We talked about we're a little bit static on attack, especially in what we call our string, our shape of 9 and 10. Teams are clever; they're a little bit smarter here. They tackle you behind the gain line. So the solution for us is to be a little bit more in motion. So we started with small-sided games to address that the last 2 days. We just want our forwards to be in motion and shifting the point of contact. Munster, what they got right is they tackled us behind the gain line. You didn't have a lot of variation in attack, meaning shifting the point of contact. So yeah, credit to them. But that will be a focus for us going into the Stade Francais game.
Thanks, Morgan. Liam?
Hi, how's it, guys? Sorry, mute button is getting me for a second. Hope you're well. Mike, I know this is the Challenge Cup, and it's supposed to present you challenges in different sort of disciplines. But the challenge of sort of preparing yourself for matches in this competition where the opposition may not sort of put all their focus or put all their eggs in one basket for this particular competition. How difficult is it to prepare, under those circumstances? Because, I mean, if you look at how you normally go about your business, if you played in the URC or the Currie Cup, it's all in and it's all guns blazing. But the opposition will be the same. So just from a sort of a psychological sort of point of view, how difficult is it to sort of get yourself into sort of proper match condition?
No, thanks, Liam, for your question. No, I don't think it's difficult to answer your question, because for us it's about just getting back to getting good results or get a win on the weekend. So what we don't have control over whether Stade Francais will play their best team. But for us is just make sure we prepare well and just get a good result on the weekend.
And from a player's perspective, Asa?
Yeah, I think for us, we can only control what's controllable. Like Coach said now, we can't control what Stade Francais bring on the weekend, but so it's a different competition in a way, but our preparation stays the same. We don't change anything from our side, so we keep everything the same. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Liam. Do you have any other questions, guys? Ross?
Thanks, so also just on that as well, on the players' perspective, this was obviously many players' first time playing in France. Is it a little bit different to what you guys have experienced in the UK, or is it pretty similar and something that you guys have been able to adapt to pretty quickly?
I think the conditions are pretty much similar. Playing styles slightly different. I think the French are a bit more physical, a bit more around the rocks. So with the UK side, it's more flair. throw the ball around a bit more. I think it's different challenges, but yeah, something that we can all handle. So, yeah.
And Ricardo, obviously, State Francais come into the game in some hot form. You know, they've won three big wins in their last three games. That must be a bit daunting. Is that something, have the guys been looking at sort of the game footage from those matches, and do they have a good idea of what to expect?
Yeah, definitely. They're on a high. Second on the top 14 log, if I got it right. But the one thing from experience is that Stade Francais is a different team at home. At home, more passionate. They want to make sure they put a spectacle up for the fans, and they want to entertain. So we expect a sort of a kicking game to start off, but they will also bring the French flair. A very difficult team at home. So for us, it's all about making sure we expect going into the game with the right mindset. They want to have a good start from our side, is to make sure that we handle that well, that first 20 minutes. And obviously, we want to go out with the attacking mindset. We want to play against them and, see whether we can shift the point of contact.
Coach Ricardo, you've coached them before. How's your style changed over the years since you've left?
Yeah, I think they got different coaches now, but the ball in hand approach is still there, but they don't play a lot of rugby in the half. It's all about kicking in behind you and then forcing you to make errors. But once they get into your half, or they're getting scraps from those kicks, they're dangerous. They got good runners. They got individuals that can just open up the game breakers, a good 9 and 10, very physical forwards. I think for us this week is more to focus on ourselves and just make sure we prepare well and get our game plan right.
Any other questions, guys? Everyone happy?
I'm sorry,
Yes,
man.
Leighton. Yeah, sure.
I don't know if my connection is proper this side. I'm sitting in load shedding. I just have a question for Ricardo, please.
Yes.
Do you see this game as the one that you can possibly kickstart that away wins? Seeing that you have a couple more to go in January. Just to kickstart that away wins, seeing that you lost a couple over December as well.
100%, definitely. I think looking at our performance, the previous game against them, I think we had a good start. Early scoreboard pressure, but we know they're a team that they also love to run with the ball. They can attack from anywhere. But for us, it's just to make sure that we prepare well, get our systems right, have the discipline to make sure we stick to our systems.
All right. Anything else, guys? Happiness.
Okay.
All right, colleagues.
All good.
Ricardo, Asa, thanks very much, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Good luck, yep.
Thanks,
Good luck
gents.
to
Thank
you.
you.
Cheers.
Right. Hold on, what's up?